Bismillah, Al-Rahman, Al-Rahim. Praise be to God, Lord of the worlds, and peace and blessings be upon the seal of the prophets. Muhammad, peace be upon him. We reflect today on the deep wisdom embedded in creation. As described in God's words regarding the verse, "And he created the horses, mules and donkeys for you to ride and as adornment. And he creates what you do not know." This verse introduces a profound concept, a carefully structured reality where everything, from the simplest donkey to the most complex celestial body, plays a designed role. We stand ready to explore the signs ayat around us, understanding that the journey of faith is built on observation and contemplation. Consider the mention of horses, mules, and donkeys. The sequence itself indicates differences in status and means. Just as vehicles vary, so do people's positions in life. Every class of people has a mount or a means suitable for them. This division of provision is essential. Imagine if everyone were equal in wealth and provision. Who then would undertake the necessary daily tasks, the work in the street, the labor in the workshop, the policing? If everyone were self-sufficient, all would disdain serving others, and many societal matters would cease to function. God, in his infinite wisdom, guarantees a standard of living for every class. The laborer wants to eat, clothe himself, and provide for his children, enduring hardships to do so. But are these hardships wasted? Absolutely not. The truth is, if you are content with God's destiny, Qatar, look at how generously God rewards you. A person who works tirelessly for 10 or 20 years sees the reward of his effort. The value lies not in what happens to you, but in what you achieve. If you are content with the beginning of your life, you accept the outcome. God ensures that the diversity of roles and provision maintains the balance of the world. The verse concludes with a magnificent promise and a challenge to the human intellect. And he creates what you do not know. This phrase immediately follows the mention of ancient means of transport: horses, mules, donkeys, and points to the future of transportation. What are these unknown creations? They encompass modern means of transportation. God allows minds to innovate means of transport. In our time, we moved from primitive carts to cars and then to airplanes. All these inventions throughout history affirm the truth of the phrase, "He creates what you do not know." Furthermore, God provides us with means to carry our heavy loads and reach distant lands without hardship. Even if a needed path is not available in this world, we have received a methodology from God on how to travel. This leads us to the critical guidance, and upon God is the direction of the way Kazd al-Sabil. What is the straight path Kazd al-Sabil? It is the intended goal. When you seek a direct road, it is a road that leads exactly where you desire. The path that is known to lead to the goal is the intended path, and God defined this goal. The way to the goal has been set and laid out by him. All creation, relative to this path, is subject to it. Humans sometimes mistakenly believe they are establishing the path of life, but their ability to set laws is limited. When God guarantees a path to a specific goal, that path must be sound, straight, and just. When God sets the path, you don't need human engineers to align it. It aligns perfectly with the nature of the earth. The straight path is the one leading directly to the goal. Crucially, not all paths are straight. Some are JR, meaning deviant or winding. The deviant path makes the distance longer, adding curves and obstacles. God has given us the capacity for choice. The existence of faith and disbelief proves this. This choice highlights the power of the Creator and leaves room for human preference. God desires hearts from his servants, not just bodies that are forced to comply. Had God wished he could have guided everyone? He has done this for non-sentient beings, but he left humanity with the burden and honor of free choice. Let's turn our attention to the immediate source of life: water. It is he who sends down water from the sky. This simple phrase describes an incredibly complex chemical process. God brings water down from the sky, from the clouds, the Sahab. This water is necessary for life. This rain provides two essentials: drink for you and vegetation upon which you graze your herds. Every drink we take and every plant that grows comes from this same water. From this water, God produces for you grain alzar, olives, alzatan, date palms, al-nakal, and grapes alinum, and all kinds of fruits. When you look at these crops, you realize they contain the necessary elements for human nutrition: sugars, proteins, and essential nutrients. You cultivate the ground, but you merely move the soil. It is God who created the plow, the iron, and the wood used for farming. Indeed, in that are signs for people who reflect Yadafokarn. Reflection involves engaging your thought process, looking at the visible data, and exploring the hidden meanings behind these provisions. Reflection leads to contemplation tadabbur, which leads to certainty fact. The moment you use your intellect and reflect on the abundance of the cosmos, it inevitably leads you toward realizing God. The blessings do not stop at the earth. God has subjugated for you the night and the day, the sun and the moon and the stars. All these are linked together. Tasker subjugation means a created thing performing a duty that it did not request. If we had the power to control the night or the sun, we might want to extend the day or shorten the night. But we cannot. The cosmic order is not dependent on our desires. Night and day are complete and complementary. The night is for rest and dwelling. The day is for movement. If God made the day perpetual, who but God could bring the night for you to find rest? They are interdependent. Finally, the stars are subjugated by his command Musakart by Amri. The realization of the vast, intricate workings of the cosmos, the movements of the stars, is a profound matter. Indeed, in all these things, the provision, the path, the rain, and the cosmos are signs for people who understand. Use the intellect God gave you to reflect upon the universe.